Hey there, my name is Rohit Kumar, and I'm back again with a new journal and its related insights to discuss with you guys. And today we are going to discuss another very important journal of Elsevier publisher, and the name is Electronic Commerce Research and Applications. The journal is not very popular among the common researchers. Not very popular means I'm not going to say that its research is not going to get known by so many people, because you can see here that the impact factor is quite high. But still, so many people means the common researchers who have a general notion of understanding, especially in the field of networking, they do think that yes, this is not our domain journal and specifically related to commerce. So mostly I think the MBA guys and the sort of people are supposed to be interested in this only. But when we will explore its related aim and scopes, then you will really get surprised. Okay. Because so here, first thing that though the name is Electronic Commerce Research, here you can see that it is a journal of computer science category. And obviously it comes in the category of interdisciplinary applications. So first thing, that impact factor is really good. Additionally, it ranks 15 out of 112 journals. So in this way, we can say that being at the 15th position is really good out of 100 plus journals. And when we are going to discuss the other matrices, you will get to know that how important journal it is. Okay. Coming to we'll discuss the matrices first, then we'll move on to the aim and the scope. So the site score is 7.4, fair enough. Impact factor is really good. Top readership comes from China, Great Britain, and US, and surprisingly, India is not in the top 3 readership countries. So obviously, you can know, means the point I was discussing just now, that India or the Indian authors are not very much familiar with this particular journal. Okay, so we should focus because the journal and the articles are good enough. You can have a look of the recently published articles and you will get to know that what is the journal's articles quality. So in this way, what sort of articles can be written, what is the quality you need to add so that you could get accepted in this particular journal. All these sort of questions could be answered. Then the review time is 8.7 weeks and the publication time is on average, that is 1.4 weeks. Okay. So now we discuss the aim and the scope, but before that, let's see the editorial board members. So usually, as usual, means most of the members, editorial board members, come from US, then China, then Taiwan. Surprisingly, Taiwan is contributing at the 3rd place, means in editorial board members, and it's means surprising because Taiwan is a very small country. And in this way, you can see that most of the work might be coming from Taiwan to this particular journal, and that's why they are sort of recognized as the major contributors, and perhaps that's why they are part of editorial board members also. Okay, so if you are continuously working for a particular journal, if you are working dedicatedly for in any general system, means with respect to any general community or the kind of framework, if you are working for that, then obviously they recognize your efforts and then you are promoted. Similar way, here you can see that the people who are contributing actively, they usually become the member of the editorial board and kind of editors. Okay. Now coming to the gender diversity distribution. So it is the first time I'm seeing this thing, because usually journals don't provide these sort of things. So here you can see that 23% women are here, then 61% men, 0% non-binary or the gender diverse, then 16% prefer not to disclose. So in this way, if on average you take 8 to 8% to both categories, then this ratio of women come close to 30%. So in this way, you can say that it's a very good gender diversity here, and that's why perhaps they have shown here. But again, in research community, you can't say that it is because of your gender. No, ultimately your work is the thing that represents you in the research communities. Okay, so in this way, means if you have some different sort of opinion, please let it comment down below, because I would also like to know that what are the kind of things that women researchers do face in the research communities, because being a mail, perhaps I don't know so many things. And if you think that there are some really means severe research challenges in front of women researchers, please let me know through your comments. Now coming to the editorial board, so here editor-in-chief Christopher Yang, then co-editor Maurizio Naldi, then Mukesh Shetty, managing editor, senior special issue editor Lena Zhou, then senior editors Ajit Apari, Yorisa Yu, and so on. Means that these are the different senior editors, and I think then the members would be there. So in this way, you can say that it is the advisory board. So they have classified the members into different teams, and very good structure you can see from here. Now you might be thinking that why we are supposed to get involved into or interact with these sort of details. So because if a journal's editorial team is means very well organized, then obviously you can contact to the respective person according to your need. Many times we don't know. For example, at the last stage your paper got stuck, you don't know who to communicate. If due to some reason editor-in-chief is not able to respond, and obviously editor-in-chief has a lot to do because he's the kind of supreme person in the editorial board. So he's not in a position, or he's not able to respond to each and every query. So then you need to have a particular means. If your issue is related to a particular kind of concerns, then obviously you are supposed to concern, or you need to contact a particular kind of person. So in this way, editorial board structure, its proper organization is important. Okay, let's move back, and again we are supposed to see the aims and research scope. So here some of the basic things that the articles need to contribute to enhance knowledge, technology, theory, etc. These are common things, and they are specifically focusing on the fast changing e-commerce environment. And so don't specifically think that e-commerce is only related to money and all. There are so many technological aspects are also related to this particular field also. Okay, so here you can see that e-commerce, which is a multidisciplinary area, should be developed in cooperation with different fields like information science, information system and technology, computing and informatics, marketing, finance, and supply chain management. Here comes the MBA part. Okay, it's the kind of MBA work, and here comes the kind of technological part. Okay, then the business strategy and management, again the MBA focus. Then here you can see the artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, business data analytics, policy, public policies, legal studies, or law related documentation you might also find. It means not dedicatedly, but obviously the kind of interdisciplinary. Then in this way, moving down here, come to that they invited articles for a variety of domains, and here is the list. Agent-based commerce, electronic auctions, e-business models, B2B, B2C, and B2B, B2C, quite popular term, business to consumers and business to business. So if one business is trying to connect with the other business, because so many businesses like the wholesalers, okay, they don't go or focus the normal customers. Okay, they usually supply their whole product in large quantities to only the related vendors, and in this way the large businesses supply to small businesses, and then small businesses focus on the retail customers. So in this way the businesses move on. So I think it's clear. Then social media, e-commerce analysis, then artificial intelligence, pricing, marketing, economy, digital transformation, sharing economy, IT services, exchange, electronic marketplaces. And then the industrial studies, case analysis, e-commerce problems, behavioral analysis, transformation of industries, security, trust, credit card, smart card applications, mobile commerce, ubiquitous computing, inter-organization system, emerging technologies, and the technological innovation. So I think it's a very well mixture of multiple domains, and obviously that's why it's an interdisciplinary journal. And here you can see that computing is there, science is there, electronics is there, behavioral sciences are also there, legal aspect is also present. Additionally, the MBA kind of focus means obviously related to commerce, so business to business, business to consumer, and the different e-business models are also related. So I think you must have known by now that what are the key domains or the focuses of this particular journal. So please try according to that. Okay. Now coming to that, as we know that top leadership is from China, Great Britain and US. And here again, hopefully means Great Britain and Taiwan, as we saw in the editorial board. So most probably Great Britain and Taiwan must be in top authorship also. So let's see first top authorship, then we'll see other things. So here the top countries in terms of authorship is China, US, and then Taiwan. So as we were discussing that Taiwan is also representing 10 members in editorial board. So obviously 20 means there is a substantial contribution from Taiwan side to this journal's success also. So here you can see that this big circle is coming from China, then Taiwan and USA. And obviously it is uh, very nice to see that very small countries are contributing so good towards the technological enhancement of the world. Okay, so it's not means during my analysis you might find sometimes that I'm criticizing a particular country or not, but it's not like that. It's just to know that what are the kind of factors. I'm only criticizing the kind of different policies or the practices which are going like in multiple journals. You might find that some of the journals do publish means most of the editorial board members are the last authors, just being the last authors, and the papers get published. So it's not only my observation. So many people do say that you need just one big name in your paper and your paper get accepted. So just to discuss and analyze all sort of issues, I discuss on these topics. And obviously criticism is the key to success. So unless we criticize something, the things are not going to improve. But it is not like that we are continuously criticizing. We are going to applaud for the success of the journal also if they are producing the highly good quality research. So here we are going to move back, and again we are going to focus on the recent articles. Here you see that recent articles are focusing on the customer's response, means a behavioral study kind of thing. Then here you can see the most here you can see the hidden conversation funnel of mobile versus desktop consumers, the technological aspects, then the diffusion mechanism for the multi-unit commodity allocation in economic networks. Okay, so based on the economic policies and the economic profiles of different users, sort of analysis. Coming to the most downloaded, here you see that blockchain, again a major technology, discussions on e-commerce platforms, then the gamification, engage users in online shopping, and it's a very powerful domain. Okay, means gaming is the thing that is very less hyped, I will say, in India especially, because through gamification how you can engage the users or the children especially, because marketing companies don't focus on the kind of ethical issues much, because they are focused on their marketing. So it's not ethical, that means if you go to the very basic ethical issues, that we should not put a kind of or develop kind of things which are supposed to put or increase the screen time of the uh, low age users, like the children's screen time should not go on increase. But these sort of issues, I think these lie in a different domain. If you are coming to marketing or the kind of strategical team, then obviously the people are supposed to that how we can increase the reach of a product. So in this way they are not supposed to deal with these sort of issues, but users always try to deal with these sort of issues, that our children should not spend more time on the kind of screen gaming or different sort of you go outside, you play. These are sort of because those are good for their health. So in this way it's a kind of continuous war, that the users are thinking from a different perspective. Marketing and the strategy cult teams of a particular company are thinking from a different perspectives. And again, game means it looks like a common zone, a kind of interdisciplinary zone, and where the children are the much under focus. So gamification, engage users in online shopping. What are the things? So I think most of the teenage users or the child users are under this focus. Then how live streaming influence personal intentions in social commerce. Again, an impressive case study, I think. So in this way, you can discuss the most cited articles also. So you can see that the trust and the continuous intention in mobile payment platform. Mobile payment platforms like including the UPI of India. that is very much under focus throughout the world, and now it might be the new payment method across world, and obviously it will impact so many other Visa and MasterCard, etc. But obviously it's the one of the revolutionary payment method, and it has been proven not only in India, even in multiple countries, and it's going to be the next focus of payment in the world. So electronic payment, that has been a really big headache a few years back, but nowadays you can see that how efficiently we can um, control the behavior of a particular user's profile, because when you say that user is going to particular ATM and withdrawing the cash and going for marketing, no, it's not like that. Here you are not controlling, means controlling, I'm not saying that you are asking him to spend less. No, through electronic medium the user is spending more, the market is growing at rapid rates. But the point is that when the user is spending, the nature has been changed. And now the people are not going to the physical markets, they are coming to the e-market, and e-market, the e-platforms they are using, and obviously the e-payment methods are coming into the picture. So in this way, I'm saying that when the users are coming into e-market from physical, so you are controlling the behavior, that they are not going to physical the market, they are coming to e-market. Okay, so again, very powerful discussion, I think, because obviously we need to so many technological aspects, means different technologies, as well as the psychological, sociological, behavioral phenomena coming to a single domain. And here again you can discuss that how the technology is improvising or influencing the behavior of people. So that's the point. Then the literature review and the research agenda with respect to fintechs. Fintech, again, a very powerful keyword, and so many different organizations are practicing it right now. Even so many courses have been started in the field of fintech, and dedicated, I think, graduation courses are going to get started soon in this particular domain, because so many, means MBA, technological, and through the name only you can see that finance and tech. So fintech, in this way you can understand how important this particular concept is going to be in the coming future digital technical era. Okay, so I hope you all guys know most of these things, so don't delve into much. Coming to the indexing, very important thing, and here you can see that we are always concerned about the SCI index or the SCIE. Okay, so here it's a science citation index expanded, so the journal is SCI, and journal is having a good impact factor. Last thing we need to see, not last, means a kind of third thing, but very much of high priority, that is Q index, we'll see soon. Okay, coming down here we have the news and announcement. Editorial board, we have already seen. Research, writing, and submission related links you can find here. If you have any issues, you can go on to certain links and you can have your queries solved. Then the gender diversity we have seen, and I think there is nothing left. Mainly data set related links, that is tweet area, and lastly the reader, authors, librarian, and the editors and the reviewers related links are presented at the bottom of the page, like any usual Elsevier journal. Okay, so now the last thing, out of the three major criteria in my every discussion, I highlight this point, that whenever going for a journal, look, first thing that it should be SCI. First priority SCI. Second priority, it should be Q1, not Q1 then Q2 or Q3, means in this order you need to go, and then you need to search that what is the impact factor. Okay, impact factor should be your last priority. Then coming to the discussion here, it's a electronic commerce research and application or journal. So you can see that H index is not that powerful. It is a common contradiction. Okay, many times we do see that the impact factor is very good, but H index is not that good. Okay, so it shows that yes, last 2 years might be the articles are getting, means some of the outliers are present there, means some of the articles got very high citations, but the H index, means how many articles got the same number of citations. So in this way, that journal is not exceeding much. So I think H index is the main criteria to judge, or a better criteria to judge a journal's quality in comparison to impact factor. Okay, so here it lacks this point on this particular point, because if H index is more than 100, then a journal is really powerful. Okay, here, but still it's good. I'm not saying that if it's less than 100 it's not good, but if more than 100 it's powerful. Okay, as per my experience. And if you know something means any better insight or I'm wrong, please comment down below. Okay, I would love to read your comments. So coming to that, it's an Netherlands journal. Then here you can see that business management, accounting, and the computer science are the two major tracks under which the management of technology and innovation marketing. Okay, so it is kind of you can say the MBA side, as I was discussing with you, and it is the technical part. So computer science, computer networks, obviously, because with respect to any e-commerce, you need some e-commerce network. Then the related communication, efficient communication for effective e-payments, etc. Then computer science applications, obviously, because everything you are designing the network and the applications for some sort of users, and definitely you need to design some sort of application to interact with the users. So in this way, the Elsevier is providing this wonderful journal, and here you have the publication type. Journal obviously is the SSN. Coverage is from 2002 to 2020, and these are some of the common links. Okay, moving down, scope we have already seen, and I think you know that everything we have already discussed, that there is nothing much. They have written in the general sense that they are going to provide, they are going to contribute to the establishment of research society to offer the knowledge, technology, theory, and applications, like any general journal. Then here you can see that different quartiles, above we have seen, there are the 4 subtracks. So these 4 quartiles are running at Q1 as of now. So journal is perfectly Q1. Now coming to the similar journal, here you can see if you don't get accepted here, you can find some other related journals here, like Electronic Accounts Research, Journal of Electronic Accounts Research. Okay, these two and many more. Coming down, here you can see that again some of the graphs. So the SGR matrix is coming down in with respect to 2020, I think. Yes. So it's so obvious because due to Corona, so many things got impacted. Then surprisingly, total number of documents got on high. Okay, because in most of the journals, you can see that documents, the number of documents also got down. But here you can say it got up. So I think slowly it's becoming popular because it's not started. It's post to 2000 journal kind of thing. So that's why I think mostly people don't know, as I was telling you in the start of this video only, that so many people, especially networking and the computer science people, don't go for this particular journal or don't know. Okay, now you can see that in 2019 it was 69, 2020 it is 108. Okay, so quite big jump. Now coming to the citation per document, obviously the number of citation went on high. So obviously the number of citations per document is going on high in the last 2 years. So this strongest line means this bold line is the line with respect to the last 2 years citation per document, and it is performing better than the last 3 years or 4 years, and it's quite obvious due to the total number of documents. Now coming to the total citation and the self citation, so it's a bit problem in my opinion, but still it is good in 2020. In 2017, yes, here it was a problem. Here you can see this gap is not very wide, and it should be very wide. Okay, at maximum it should be at bottom, this graph. Okay, because it is self citation graph. So here you can see that with respect to 2020 also 140 self citations are there, but you can see the number of citations are very good. So this gap is very large in comparison to this one. Okay, so obvious overall it's performing better with respect to self-citation in comparison to previous years. Now the external citations. So here you can see then external citation in 2017 here. External citation is mapping to the citations per document in 2017. So it's kind of bit wrong, I think, because here are 34 citations. I think it is due to the data, it is being shown very close. Otherwise, external citations are coming to, yes, it's right. It's right because here, if the number of citations are down, then obviously the total citations are coming from external bodies. So in this way, these two are mapping. Okay. And here you can see that in 2020, the self-citation went on high. So that's why this gap you are seeing here. Okay. Now coming down here, international collaborations are also increasing in 2020. So I think this journal got more articles and more international collaboration in comparison to other journals in 2020, because most of the journals went down due to COVID. Now the citable documents, due to some guideline violations, I think some of the documents are not citable. So here you can see in 2020, almost all the documents are citable. And here, this graph of uncited document is also going down. So overall, the future is looking bright for this particular journal. Okay. Now from this widget, you can see that it's a Q1 journal in general in the computer network and communication category. And that's the biggest myth I wanted to bust, that it's not the thing that if a journal is focusing on commerce, then it's not a computer network or the communication journal. Okay, obviously it's a communication and the network application journal. So please go for it if you're interested. And your data means data and the research domain live with this particular journal's aim and scope. Okay, so here you can put some comment at the bottom, and I think we have covered most of the thing. If I didn't cover any of the thing, please let me know through your comments. I'm asking again and again. Now coming to some of the common things that if the authors of this particular journal are publishing with some other journals also or not, because many times we do have a question in our mind that if we didn't get into this particular journal, what are the other choices? So the authors of this particular journal, Electronics, Commerce, Research and Applications, are also publishing in some other common journals. That includes the Visual Computer, IEEE Micro, then Journal of Management Information System, Journal of Clinical Oncology, then the proceedings of the annual Hawaii International Conference on System Sciences, then Computer Animation and Virtual Words, then AIP Conference proceedings, the proceedings of Manufacturing System Division Conference, and IEEE transactions of computational social systems, etc. Okay, so I think these are some of the common, and if you want to know more, then I think there are multiple more like cancer, then IEEE transactions on intelligent system, transportation systems, information systems research, and interactive learning environments, etc. Okay, these are the data from my side. Then the authors who don't have, for example, if they want to change the publisher, then the other common options are, means with respect to electronic commerce, then Springer is a very popular choice. Okay, usually we see that after Elsevier, means or before Elsevier, we usually see that IEEE is the major choice, but with respect to this particular domain, Springer is a popular choice due to the statistics. Means as per my side, I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, please comment down below. Then IEEE, Violet, Ellen Francis, Emerald Group, and Emerald Group is obviously in focus. Usually in technological domains, you don't see that Emerald Group is a major publisher. Then multidisciplinary digital institute, means MDTI, and here the Institute for Operational Research, the SILO, and Association for Information Systems, etc. So I think most of the things you know already. Usually there is one other concept, that is what is the ratio or the kind of average, that what are the new authors coming to the journal, what are the returning authors, means the old authors. So usually in 2020, this was very high number, means in comparison to the new authors, the returning authors were also almost 1/3 of the returning authors articles were published in this particular journal. But again, in 2022, this ratio is on down. Okay. Then coming to the some of the common things, like we discussed about the kind of citations also. So many things. It means what are the different citations and how these citations are coming. So I would like to discuss that there are some specific topics in which the people are interested. That's why the citations are coming from this particular journal, because this journal focuses on the electronic business, digital sociology, because the psychology means the behavior of the person or the user is also important to influence these things. Then the cryptography, security, because in online platform security is very much important. Then the consumer behavior, machine learning, because most of the things are pre-trained. So in this way, all these things means common things are the focus of this journal. That's why the citations are coming. Still, I want to discuss some of the keywords. Means if you want to get published, what are the key topics or the keywords you need to focus on? So some of the keywords are e-commerce, very well known and quite obvious. Second thing, mobile payment, social commerce, online shopping, utilitarianism. Utilitarianism in this mean my throat is a bit bad today, so please forgive. then collaborative filtering, then empirical research, the social media marketing, sharing economy, and group buying is also a concept. Means how people influence others, or they do what is the behavior of a particular group to buy a particular thing. Okay, so these sort of analysis are also done, and these sort of analysis are usually done by the marketing team or the kind of strategical movement team of a particular company or research group. Okay, then peer-to-peer lending, etc. So these are the things. Additionally, in the last, I would like to highlight that risk management. Okay, the kind of risk perception is also one of the important topic when we come to this sort of electronic domain, because from investment point of view also, the vendor is also taking a risk, and when the user is buying a particular product online, he is also putting himself herself into a particular kind of risk. So usually so many things means the buyback policy or the return policies are also available, so many things. So but still people do hesitate to go online for everything. So these sort of issues vendors need to think of, and how they can improve the experience of the users. So obviously if they work on that, then I think that people will get more comfortable, and then they will definitely move more towards the electronic marketplaces. Coming down to the last discussion of today's talk, that what are the top institutes by publications, means who are publishing in this particular journal. So I would like to highlight few, like the University of Hong Kong, Carnegie Mellon University, then the Arizona State University, Singapore Management University, National Sun Yat-sen University, then University of Minnesota System, then Seoul National University, University of Minnesota, Kyunghee University, Tsinghua University, Nanyang Technological University. So you can see that so many Chinese universities are present here, and obviously because the editorial board members and the top readership and as well as the top authorship is coming from China, so it's quite obvious. Okay, so China is performing really good in technological domain. So other people and we Indians also need to learn from some good examples, and we need to also improve our technological pace towards the growth market, because obviously if the technologically we remain poor, then obviously the future is not going to belong us. So we need to see in this way. Additionally, it's not always about country to country, means just to beat a particular country we need to be always ahead. No, considering the global village or the global marketplace, means if we want to improve the behavior, means it is not always that we need to beat other country, that's why we need to go ahead. No, we need to enhance the user experience, we need to bring the transparency into our system, we need to end the corruption into our system. That's why technological empowerment is also needed. So you can see that after the introduction, like the focus of this particular journal, e-payment, e-market. So after the introduction of e-payment, UPI, etc., so much hard cash is not coming into market. So that's why no need to print new notes and kind of things, means in large quantities. So in this way you are making the environment green. So many wastage of electron, means physical notes is stopped now, and in this way, means by the electronic payment method you can easily track money also. So sort of so much transparency has been the part of system in the recent few years. So I think that overall technology is a partner of growth, and if you want to grow as an economy, as a country, as a society, as a global village, we need to be part of technology. Okay, so with this I close this particular video. If I didn't say anything right, or you don't agree with my comments, please comment down below, please criticize, and please put some motivational or the kind of constructive comments, so that I would learn from your comments, and I would definitely love to improve and analyze and further present something more useful to you. So thanks for watching this video, and happy learning.